This is the BBC.
This podcast is supported by advertising outside the UK.
BBC Sounds. Music, radio, podcasts.
You're listening to Monday's episode of The Archers from BBC Radio 4.
It really is good of you to show me round, Pip.
It's no problem.
I know how busy you are. Must have been frustrating to realise you hadn't let this place after all.
It was my mistake, Stella. I misunderstood.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I was really disappointed yesterday.
You think you'll take it?
I can't imagine myself here. A log fire on winter evenings. And I'll love being close to the river.
Yeah, Rex is very fond of the Am.
And there's plenty of space for a dog if I do decide to get one. I was chatting with Will about it before Christmas. His dog Kai is so well behaved.
Well, Ben's dog would be happy to have some company around the place.
Oh, yes, I've met Bess. She's another reason I'm keen on the idea. Of course, I'll check it with your mum and dad first. Make sure they're OK with it.
I'm sure they will be. Do you want to see anything else, or are we done?
Can I have a quick look in the attic?
Yeah, of course.
Your mum told me you lived in the bungalow for a while when you were little.
Well, a long time ago. Ben wasn't even born.
So Josh would have been a toddler.
Ugh, a very annoying toddler. Though, I think I was a bit of a psychopath sister, to be fair. There was a thing I did...
Do I really want to hear this story?
No, I could pull this hideous face. I'd turn my eyelids inside out, and he hated it. Made him run away crying. I thought it was so funny.
This place must be full of memories for you.
It is. Yeah, and I wasn't always evil. My favourite game was washing up. Standing up at the kitchen sink on a chair. I'd be there for hours sometimes.
Oh, sounds like your mum and dad had the head screwed on. What other games did they get you playing? Vacuuming, tidying?
Come to think of it, yeah, they actually set us tidying competitions. Toby and I have tried all those tricks with Rosie. Hey, look, Rosie, see how much fun it is mopping the kitchen floor. She is not half as gullible as we were.
How old were you when you left here?
I must have been about 7. I remember really clearly, not long before we moved out of here, announcing that I wanted to be a farmer. I had a new pair of bright yellow wellies that made me feel very grown up and farmery.
And here you are now, living the dream.
Absolutely. Up at 5 a.m, low level, constant worry.
With the odd major crisis thrown in.
And it all feels worthwhile when you wake up to have a good old-fashioned family row with your dad about slurry. Especially when we had pretty much exactly the same conversation yesterday.
Yeah, sounds like my banter with Brian.
But there are reasons to be cheerful. Have you seen the snowdrops this year?
Oh, yes, all over the village. And it won't be long until the fields are full of lambs.
I promise I'll keep the sheep in the right place this year. Well out of your way.
I know we had a bad start over the sheep, but I think you've got the wrong impression of me. I do like them. Lambs are one of my favourite signs of spring. Warmer days and lighter mornings on the way.
Those mornings when you finish milking and see the sun coming up and realise it's not actually that bad being out of bed.
Who would give that up to become a rock star, eh?
Who indeed?
Is that a turtle on your top, or are you just pleased to see me?
Oh, you idiot. It's a hot water bottle, fixed round me waist with my dressing gown cord.
State of the art. You toast?
Oh, thanks. There's ice on the inside of the window.
Aye. I'm glad Jim got me thermals for Christmas. I wouldn't be much used to with frostbite down there.
Oh, Alice has a lot to answer for as far as our Chris goes. But if this mate of hers actually turns up and mends the boiler, she might well be my favourite person in the world. For today, at least. What time's he coming?
Midday, I think. Alice is meeting him, so we don't need to be here.
Oh, great. Dad can let him in. Which means you and me are free to meet up in our lunch break.
Oh, aye. Where?
I thought you could treat us to a bowl of chips at the ball to celebrate the return of heating to number 6.
I think I can stretch to that. Maybe even split a toastie.
Oh, but only after a quick visit to the cricket pitch.
A quickie at the pavilion. Tracy Horriban.
Not the pavilion. The actual cricket pitch.
Oh.
I'm on a mission. I'm going to resurrect the Ambridge cricket team.
It was only ever used for storage. Mum and Dad shoved their junk up here until they started letting it as a holiday cottage. I'm not sure Bert and Frida used it at all.
Well, I can't see much, but looks pretty empty. Can come up if you want. Not much headroom though.
I'm fine down here on the ladder. Here, you take the torch.
Oh, thanks.
I've forgotten the bungalow even had an attic. But now I think about it, this is where my dragon lived.
You had a dragon?
Well, I won it on Hook a Duck. I was convinced she was 10 foot tall and breathed real fire when I wasn't looking. Are you friendly, though?
That's good to hear. Yeah, it feels pretty dry. Nice useful space to stash my Christmas decorations and my winter coats.
Well, if you're happy, I'll let Mum know you like the bungalow and she'll give you a ring to sort out the details.
Oh!
Stella, are you okay?
What is that?
What?
Hanging there, look. It looks like, I don't know, like some kind of black magic.
That's better. I can almost feel my fingers again.
Will you stop your whinging? You're in a pub with a pint, a stack of chips, and the best-looking woman in Ambridge.
Aye, a woman who's forced me to spend half my lunch break standing in an icy field.
Not a field, Jazzer, a pitch. And by the state of it, I think it's going to need some real serious work to get it in top condition for the season. Who's going to be up for that?
Don't look at me, I want nothing to do with it. I don't see the point now, that silly mid-on and googly stuff. None of it makes any sense. And why get so het up about it when it always ends in a draw?
What are you talking about?
Do you really have to do the whole cricket thing this year? I'll never get to see you.
Well, you will, because you'll be there cheering us on. Our #1 supporter.
Great.
Oh, come on, Jazzer. I need you to be on my side. Give me a bit of a boost after Jolene showed zero interest.
Aye, that was a surprise, all right.
I know. Back in the glory days, she was dead keen.
OK, I'll ask her around. I'll see if I can recruit you a few fast bowlers. I can mention it to Hannah this afternoon.
Thanks. You have to expect a bit of moaning at first. We haven't had a cricket team for 2 years. They're going to need a proper training regime. Get their lockdown bodies into the right shape to crush Darrington and grind them into the ground.
I thought cricket was a game for gentlemen.
Then you thought wrong. Now, if you're done with those chips, let's nip to the house and see how the engineer's getting on.
All right, just give me a minute to finish my pint.
I'm sorry we didn't make it to the pavilion.
No bother.
But if the boiler's working, I promise I'll stop wearing 3 pairs of pyjamas in bed.
Steady on, a man can only stand so much excitement.
Thanks for coming back. Rex should be here soon. He's promised he has an explanation for his little welcome gift.
Well, I'm intrigued how he's going to explain a string of bird corpses. Did you get rid of them?
You must be joking. I'm not going up there on my own.
I'm no stranger to dead birds, but strung up like that on the rafters. All displayed.
It was pretty grim. Like it was part of an occult ceremony.
A magpie, crow and blackbird. Dead and dangling from that pole and hidden up in the attic like they were cursing the place.
It's weird. But devil worship? This is Bert and Rex we're talking about.
Not your typical Satanists, then.
They're about the most harmless men I've ever known.
Though sometimes it's the quiet ones that surprise you.
Oh, Rex, hi.
Hi, got your message, Pip. Hi, Stella.
Hi.
Pip says you didn't see the funny side of my parting gift.
Neither of us did.
Oh, I spotted it in a junk shop. I was planning to leave it with some of Eddie's cider and Helen's cheese for whoever moved in.
But it's so awful. What were you thinking?
It was just a joke. But I can see that a snorting pig toilet roll dispenser might not be to everyone's taste.
What?
A pig?
We're not talking about some novelty pig, Rex.
It's what's up there that's bothering us.
Yes, Rex, there's something in the attic.
I feel like I'm on holiday. Only 1 pair of leggings, no hat, no frostbite.
Remind me not to expect too much for holidays away with you.
We should thank Alice. Give her something.
I think she was happy to do us the favour. She knew her stuff and all, clever lassie that is.
Yeah, what a shame. What a waste.
You know what I think she'd like more than anything? For us to invite her round one day. I thank you, Fry Up.
I doubt it. I reckon she thinks she's above a chippy tea with the horror bins.
I think she's lonely.
Maybe. All right, invite her round. But it might have been easier to buy her a box of chockies and be done with it.
One good deed deserves another.
How did you get on with Hannah?
Fine, why?
I mean, did you ask her about the cricket?
Oh, I did, but she's no up for it this year. Way too much stress at work.
But cricket relieves stress. Mindfulness, self-care. Did you mention that?
Slipped my mind.
I didn't have any luck either. I bumped into Harrison and Alan with his God Squad gang heading to the pub.
Smacking a God Squad.
I was sure they'd jump at the chance to play, but I suppose Alan's never been interested. Harrison, though, it's shocking. He was hardly even listening when I went through an outline of the fitness training regime.
So who's a definite for the team so far?
No one. Not one person has even said they'll think about it.
I'm sorry, Trace. Maybe next year.
No way. I'm not having another boring summer with no cricket. If Linda Snell can put on the mysteries in the middle of winter, I can get together an Ambridge cricket team for this summer.
Is this what you're talking about?
Oh, yes.
Don't swing them near me.
Don't worry too much. I think satanic charms only work if you actually believe in them.
Are they yours?
No, not mine. No, it was Bert who was the master of ceremonies. I just held the candles.
He was into witchcraft.
Not exactly witchcraft, more necromancy. But I'm sure he'd have removed the hex on the house before he died if he'd realised Stella was going to be the next tenant.
You're joking.
Of course I am. Bert was a church warden.
Goodness sake.
Well, then what are they?
Just what they look like. Stuffed birds. I'm really sorry they scared you. I can imagine seeing them dangling there from the rafters. Must have looked pretty creepy when the torch flashed across them.
Yes, I screamed. And I am not a screamer.
Wait, so what were they doing up there?
Oh, they were Bert's. I assumed he got rid of them ages ago.
But what was he doing hanging dead birds in the attic?
Oh, we came across 3 of them one weekend last spring. Found the magpie on Arkwright Lane. The crow flew into the window. I don't know about the blackbird. He thought it was a shame to let them go to waste, so he decided to stuff them.
As you do.
Got a book out of the library on taxidermy, but the shed was too damp to dry them out, so he hung them in the attic.
Then forgot about them.
Oh, we both did.
So, no hexes.
None at all. And never once did Bert or me dance backward round green flames, naked under a full moon. Except on our birthdays.
That's a relief.
So you think you'll take the place, Stella? Now you know it's not cursed.
I promise I'll dispose of our feathered friends before I hand over the keys.
Thank you. But make sure you leave the novelty pig, cider and cheese. Those I would be very happy to accept into my home.
Deal.
Where is it you're moving to, Rex?
Now, that would be telling.
He won't say.
Oh.
Rex has become Borsetshires' new man of mystery.